Hello and welcome to Coriolis Automated Cloud Migration and Disaster Recovery as a Service. In this video, we will go through replicating and migrating an Oracle Linux-based virtual machine using Oracle VM as a source platform and Oracle PCA as a destination platform. Both processes will be performed using our Coriolis appliance. Before starting the process, we will connect to the already existing virtual machine on the source platform and create a new file just to prove that the selected machine will be the one which is to be migrated. The new file will be called Coriolis and will have a timestamp in the name as well. Once the file has been created, we will list it and then proceed with the replica task from the Coriolis appliance. Using Coriolis' dashboard, we will select Replica from the left side menu and then select Create a Replica. This process will help us to clone the VM disks from a source to a destination platform. Next, we will have to select the source platform and we will be selecting Oracle VM. Once we've selected the source platform, we will have to select the source options. Here, the options are represented by a VM template used by Coriolis to export the disks, the password and the username for the template, then a server pool where the VM is located alongside a repository, and last will be the clone type for the disks. Next, we will have to select the virtual machine that we would like to replicate. And in our case, the virtual machine will be called BB Coriolis test. The next step will now allow us to select a destination platform. And in our case, the destination platform is an Oracle PCA. Once the destination platform has been selected, we will now be listed with a set of target options. Here we will be selecting some of the options that will apply to the current type of the VM. For more information on the target options on this platform, please check our official documentation. So we are going to set a compartment for the VM, a VCN compartment ID, set a public IP, and select the availability domain, as well as the shape name. The last set of options here is related to the temporary migration worker options. These options will be used by the Coriolis' temporary resources to be able to perform the disk cloning and also the migration, depending on the case. Here we are going to select the subnet ID. Also, we are going to select a shape name for the temporary worker, as well as the image that the worker will be using. This will be either Linux or Windows plus Linux in the case that the migrated or replicated VM will be a Windows one. Our next step here will represent the networks, where we are going to see the current network used by the VM on the source platform, and we will have to select a network to be used by the VM on the destination platform, as well as security groups. Then we will have the storage mappings. Here we can select the default that will apply to all the disks, or we can individually select storage backend mappings and disk mappings. Before starting the replica process, we can also select scripts to run on the machine when the migration occurs, as well as schedules for replica runs. The last part is a summary listing all the options we previously selected. This page will show us all the tasks that Coriolis will run during a replica process, starting with validating all the options selected by us. Then it will deploy temporary resources in both source and destination platforms just before the disk loading starts. As you can see, this part is sped up. Once the replica process is complete, we will have a list with all the steps performed during it. And now we are going to be able to check the clone disks from the source to the destination platform. So we are going to connect to the Oracle PCA and check our disks that were cloned by Coriolis. The disks that are cloned by Coriolis during the replica process will have the name starting with Coriolis followed by their own ID. And here will be the details for our recently replicated disk for the Oracle Linux VM. Now that the disks are cloned, we can go once again back to the Coriolis dashboard, and from the execution that we have for a replica, we can select actions, create migration, and start a migration process based on the disks that we've already replicated. Here we are going to have options to either clone the disks once again, but the ones that are already replicated on the destination platforms, skip the OS morphing, and also force the migration. As well as user scripts that can be either global scripts for multiple machines if multiple are selected, or individual per instance. Once we've set this, we can go ahead and click migrate, and the migration process will start. But before doing so, we are going to select a script for the Oracle Linux machine. It will be a global one since we have only one machine selected, just to exemplify how the scripts would work. So we've selected the script, now we have it set up, and we can click on migrate. Once again, the page showing us all the tasks is being sped up. This time it will be for the migration process. And here we will have the disk cloned from the replicated ones, after which the Coriolis temporary resources will be created once more to perform the OS morphing task. This task will apply on the VM all the required platform-specific drivers and obviously will remove the old ones. Now, as we had for the replica, when the migration is complete, we will have the list with all the steps performed during the migration process. Once we see it as complete, it means that our machine is up and running on the destination platform and the script that we passed already ran. So we can go ahead and check our current instance, try and connect to it, see if we have also the created file available there, the one that was created before starting the replica process. As we can see here, Coriolis is also able to preserve the name of the original VM that is now available on the destination platform as well. So we are going to fetch its IP address and try to connect to it. As we can see now, once we list, we have that file with the Coriolis name and the timestamp. This guide sums up the capabilities of Coriolis to replicate and migrate virtual machines between Oracle VM as a source and Oracle PCA as a destination platform. Thank you.